Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I've got my $1,000 in singles here and I'm about to show you what I found. But before I do, let's talk about this week's tip. Now, I'm working on a couple videos about errors. And I'm not just winging it on errors. I actually picked up a new book, United States Paper Money Errors. This is by Dr. Frederick J. Bart, 4th edition. I just got it. I just started flipping through everything in here. So I will be doing a book review on this particular book. The downside is it's not full color. It is just a black and white print. It does have color in one of the appendix, showing different overprints and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty cool. But the information in here is much more important than the color of the picture. So I will be going through that, and I will you can be looking forward to a book review on that particular thing, since errors seems to be a hot topic right now. So that's what you have coming, and let's get these out of the way and take a look at what I found this week. This week, starting off with a Where's George? That is a familiar stamp for me. I will log it. We'll see where it's been. I found a birthday note. Now, at first glance, it looks like it's 2004, but then when you try to figure out this part, there's no day or date there. But this is actually 1776, the 20th of April, and I thought that was kind of cool. A lot of people save any note with 1776 on it. I don't think that would be a legitimate reason to save it, but when it's actually got a date, then yeah, I can understand that one. The next note on here, another birthday note. This one is much more recent, 2009, the 10th of March, or October 3rd, either way. Then I've got some trinaries, 2s, 4s, and 5s on this one. 1s, 2s, and 5s here. This is 0s, 4s, and 6s. 0s, 4s, and 6s again. 5s, 6s, and 7s. This one's got quads, quad 0s, and quad 6s, quad 8s, and to my stars, 2017 star note, always checking to see if it's a filled star. This one is not. 2017 star note, starting with a bunch of zeros, so that's got some potential. Older notes, here's a 2001, and it's got writing on it, so it's probably going to go away. 1999, another 1999, and then we're getting to some older notes. Here's a 1985, and the oldest note I found this week is actually in pretty good shape, all things considering. This one's a 1969C, so I'll be checking to see if that fills a hole in my book. Oh, but wait, there's more. I did find another one sleeve worthy. Check this one out, 26966962. That is a radar. You can start on the ends and see 2s, 6s, 9s, and 6s. It's a radar, it's a trinary. It's not in the greatest of shape, but it's still definitely a fancy serial number. So yeah, they can still be found in circulation. Don't let people tell you that everything is all dried up. No, they are still definitely out there. I always get excited when I find these, because just when you go through thousands of notes and just when you think you're not going to find another one, up jumps one of these notes. So always very cool to see one of these. All right, so what did I bring out this week? Well, I picked up an unusual error, and not that I didn't have one of these, but I didn't have this particular type. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This, you can see here, is a misalignment error. The third printing, where you have the serial number and this seal, did not line up where it's supposed to be. And if you look real close, the serial number actually is going over where it says Washington, D.C. Now, a lot of people are going to see this seal, and normally this seal does migrate all over the one, but it's not until you get the ink interfering with another print that it starts to be worth any money. So seeing this right there, how you have the serial number over the Washington part, that's what makes this a significant error. And we'll take a look at the back. Nothing funny about the back. Everything is good here. The one thing some of you may notice, though, is this. This note has not been written on. even though this note has been damaged and well circulated, heavily circulated. Oh, wow, there's the, I didn't even point that out. A is the Federal Reserve of Boston. A is the first letter, so they use 1. And you can see the 1 is definitely in the print over here, and the 1 is over the position mark, as well as right here, it's really low, and here. So all of this is offset. All of this is an error. Now, you may wonder how stuff like this gets out. Well, when an error is detected, the people who work at the BEP take a red pen and they put a rejection slash on it. Now, if we look real close, that mark has the consistency of a crayon, but it is not crayon. Do not try to duplicate this particular mark. Now, it is odd for a note with a rejection mark to get out. It can happen, yes, it can, but the whole point of putting the rejection mark on there is to identify a note that has an error and should not get out into circulation. I've got numerous errors that have avoided the red mark from the BEP, but I didn't have one that actually had it. So I hunted one down, and I was able to pick this one up here with the red BEP rejection mark. I have not gone through the book yet to find out if that adds any value to it or not, but I will say, do not write on your errors. It is neat to get a note that is graded where it says BEP rejection mark, but I would not try to create one because you could just be damaging a note. Like I said, this looks like a crayon. It has the consistency of a crayon slash colored pencil. It is a very distinct red line. There are so many things you could get wrong if you were trying to imitate this, so don't even bother. If you're interested in finding one of these, numerous auction sites are going to have errors that have this particular mark. You can pick one up that's legit. I'd recommend getting one that is graded already. Otherwise, you're taking a chance that the note wasn't just written on by a previous person. Now, as for value, well, I have not decided whether I'm going to submit this or not. I simply wanted to make sure that I got one that had that BEP mark, because like I said, with all the errors I have, that is just one thing I did not have in my collection. You guys know my collection is more of a typeset than anything else. Give me one of everything. That's kind of my goal when it comes to collecting. But this one, like I said, the true error on this is the misalignment error. The BEP rejection mark is just an added coolness for this particular note. So that's what I've got for you guys this week. If you learned anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. I love reading all your comments. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.